in or nothing.
Here's a look back at some of the highlights from the big section thus far. Sean Malto putting it down. Of course, Nigel Houston with the biggest big score of the night.
And Billy Marks, that switch big heel is incredible.
So we continue on, heat 4, the final heat here on qualifying day. Street League Skateboarding DC Pro Tour fueled by Monster Energy. We're coming live from the Citizens Business Bank Arena, beautiful Ontario, California. And Felix, 6 more guys. They each got 6 cracks at the big section, but remember, we only take their top 4 scores. Really interested to see what Chris Cole and P-Rod have in store. But we begin with Luan Oliveira here on attempt number 1.
Luan setting it off for the frontside tail slide. I heard a yelp from the audience saying, "Brazil represent!" The Brazilians always roll deep. 3.7 for that frontside tail slide. I think it's a smart move for him to put a make on the board before he gets a little bit more risky out there.
Absolutely. So Luan, currently 17th, has a 3.7. There's that strategy. Start building up those scores. You want to reach into the semis, get into that group from 7 to 12 or the finals 1 to 6.
So Appleyard sets it off with a 3 flip. He would have loved to roll away from that first try, but it just looped out of him. And it's really interesting to see Luan skating for the first time, I would say, with some strategy. I think maybe his team's gotten together with him and had him, strategize a bit more with his approach here to the contest.
Here's Chris Cole, currently in 21st place. Nails it.
Chris Cole, like Nigel, is really comfortable in the big section and has been known to gain a lot of ground real quick up here. He's going to be skating in a high range right there. I'm surprised that actually kickflip front 50-50s are scoring as low as they are.
So he'll take that 5.8, jumps up into 17th as he builds his way toward the semis and finals group. Remember, the top 6 make the finals. Austin Gillette, first attempt.
Wow. Precious. So much drift.
Needs a 9.7 to get up into that semis list. He's got a 4.2. Here's P-Rod.
He's focusing right now.
That's what we call a little hot chat.
Yep.
So here's Paul Rodriguez. Had a great finish in Kansas City. We'll see what he's got in store. First attempt on the big.
There we go. Sets it off with a switch backside 5-0 grind.
So he ends up with a 6.4. Felix, I gotta believe he's gonna play out strategy, put a few down, and then really push himself.
And one of the good things about his strategy is skating switch. He's already starting to notch above everybody else. So if he makes some solid trick switch, he's gonna be looking good.
Mike Moe missing it there on his first attempt. He's currently in 22nd place. Remember, we take the top 4 scores. So you've got 6 attempts, and we take your top 4. Here's Luan, who had a 3.7 in run 1.
Oh, wow. He has such amazing technique. That frontside flip is so huge. Having some fun out there.
A 7.9 jumps him into 14th place.
Gaining some ground incredibly fast with that frontside flip. Catches it so early and takes it around the rest of the way around. Around.
He's got to be feeling good as he's inching closer to that semifinal group. Here's Mark Appleyard.
He's going to want to land a little bit lighter on that tray flip right now to right away. Stick that mark. There we go. Oh, man.
Looks like you have it.
I'm such a fan, dude. I wish these guys made every single trick.
Through the eyes of a skater, Felix. Through the eyes of a skater.
It hurts hitting the floor, my man.
Chris Cole, attempt number 2. Got a 5.8.
Oh, sketchy trick. Front 780 right into a switch crook. Getting into that in the middle is so critical. And doing it down that big hub, wow.
You hit it on the head. Did he need to go to that trick right here and now?
I mean, I really feel that when he took a look at his score and his kickflip from 50 was a 5.5, he's like, okay, I got to step this up.
Austin Gillette doing what Austin Gillette does.
Floating. Let's switch back to an 80. Now he's standing in 17th right now. He's going to have to get a little bit more aggressive to make it to that semifinals, but he also definitely needs 4 makes here.
Landing those tricks of utmost importance, especially early on. So here's P-Rod. What's he got for attempt number 2?
Coming in switch. Switch frontside tail slide. That's going to score maybe a little higher than that switch backside 5-0. Oh, actually close, but no cigar. He gets a 6 for it.
A 6, but he chips away.
He's definitely looking solid right here. Game face in the big section.
So here's Mike Mo. Did not land his first attempt. Here's the second try.
Wow, huge switch flip from Mike Mo. Crowd blows up. Everybody wants to see Mike Mo advancing. It's going to take some real critical stuff to make that happen right there. He's in 21st place right now.
Well, he'll take a 6.3. And just like that, we're back at the top. Attempt number 3. Here's Luan.
Flawless out there so far. There's that hard flip. Could you believe how far back he reached? It's almost like he challenges himself each time to reach a little further back for that hard flip. A 6.5. Man, he's feeling good going into these last 3
And
attempts.
just like that, Felix Luan jumps into the semifinals.
Boom!
And he's still going.
Sitting in 8th with 3 attempts left.
Here's Mark Appleyard for attempt number 3.
There we go. Textbook Mark Appleyard 360 flip. You know, when I was talking to Rob earlier, he actually put a vote in there for Luan winning this whole thing. And let's just say Rob's made a lot of miracles happen in the past.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So with that bump, Bastion is actually officially out of the semis because of Luan jumping in.
Wow, that was a real tough call you just made right there. I didn't notice that take place, and what a shame. From second place to out of the semis, it really shows the level of talent out here.
Well, Rashad Ware is the next one with the bullseye on his back, currently at the bottom of that semifinalist group. We'll see if this heat can catch him. Austin Gillette.
Ooh, he misses that faking flip, and just before him, Chris Cole missed that front swing to switch crook again. This is getting really interesting right now because Chris Cole can't afford to bail too many more times.
Here we go, Paul Rodriguez. He's been building up to this. A 6.4 on his first run, a 6.0 on attempt number 2. He can knock out Rashad Ware right now.
That switchback tail now is so critical. There's probably maybe only one other person in this arena that can do that. And I hope them scores reflect that.
But it's all good. P-Rod still has a couple more. That was his first throwaway. So here we go for Mike Mo. Currently in 21st.
Oh, he might have overpopped that switch heel right there. So big.
So here we go, attempt 4 of 6, just like that. Luan, who's currently in 8th place, he's in that semifinals group, feeling pretty good.
And with the 4.4 only keeping him outside the final, that's almost any trick on the big section. He's looking pretty good with just one more make. I think we might have done the announcer jinx.
I'm gonna put that on you, Felix. That's okay, because he was 3 for 3 up until that point. That's his first miss. So here's Mark Appleyard. 5.5 last go around.
Great style in that cricket ground. So effortless.
The 2.6 has him in the 20th spot. So here's Chris Cole.
You know what? He's only 9 points outside the semis. He could still catch that mark with some decent tricks up
You
there.
can, but it's still unfamiliar territory for Chris Cole.
Oh, man. We're having a short circuit here. is a really interesting final developing, a really crazy weekend of fallen giants like Sheckler. And now Chris Cole's looking a little shaky.
That's 3 consecutive misses for Chris Cole. Amazingly enough, he's going to have to stick his last 2.
We may have to raise the temperature in this arena. It's feeling kind of cold in here or something. I don't know what it is.
Austin Gillette.
Oh, man. That fakie flip's a tall order with such a short roll-up.
Kick his shoes off. Austin Gillette stays in 18th. Here's Paul Rodriguez. Just needs to land something here to jump into the semis.
I think Paul's really going to go for it. He's looking to maybe jump his way all the way into the finals. A couple big moves would take that. Not sure if it's attainable, but let's see if Paul can do it. I mean, if anyone can do it, Paul can do it. There we go.
And that's going to do it.
I can't wait to see what the score on the switchback tail slide is, because honestly, maybe only one person, if that, can do it in this arena. A 9 for Paul.
What?
Wow.
Welcome to the qualifying 9 club. Paul
Man, look at the
Rodriguez.
swagger in that step right now. After stuffing the switchback tail slide, so critical, completely backwards, man. So comfortable. Look at that.
And
Switch pop, tuck it in there. Man, not even a stutter in the slide, and totally absorb that impact right there.
Just like that, jumps up to 7. And he's just 0.6 away from getting into the finals. And he's got 2 more tricks to go.
Oh yeah, that's the way he wanted to play it this weekend. He's been practicing like nobody else, man. Believe me, I scheme with this guy all the time. Ooh, I would have loved to see that switch heel flip from Mike Mo.
You know, I believe that was Paul's first 9 ever in the midsection.
We love that.
But that means he knocked out Rashad Ware, who is officially out of contention for the semifinals.
And Shad had a great weekend, man.
So here we go. From the top, Luan can still get into the finals right now. He's just 4.4 from that top 6 group.
What is he going to go for? Back for that nollie nose slide. He picked up where he left off.
Let's see if that does it.
That's going to be a mid-range scoring trick.
And it does.
Moves him into the finals.
4.9 puts him into 4th place overall.
I'm telling you, someone has spoken to this kid. His strategy is on point. He is in the finals. It's going to be really exciting tomorrow. Could we see a Luan win? Could we see a Paul win? I love the new faces in there. Peter Ramondetta still sitting okay in there. It's going to be really exciting tomorrow.
Interesting list. Mark Appleyard.
Frontside tail slide layback. Mikey Taylor is now sitting on the edge of his seat as well.
So here we go with Chris